Has there ever been a movie that obviously gets a lot of hate even before it's come out, like the Emoji movie? I recently got a chance to check it out, and I don't know, is it a brilliant piece of work, or is it as bad as everyone thought? I'm Wilkye Castro, and this is Talking Shots.
Sword Chief, it's the return of the blade and slice shade, getting paid into my silhouette fades. A mercenary, spit the levy versus scary shade, doing girlies dirty.
So yeah, I was recently able to watch the Emoji movie, and I had heard so many bad things about it just from the fact that the concept alone got people pissed off. Like, why would you make a movie about the little smiley faces on my phone? And I completely understood it, but I also understood that it was more geared towards kids. Get the fuck out of my room! So pretty much the plot of the movie starts that we are introduced to the main character, who's this middle school kid, you know, a little bit of an outcast, not really weird, he's not that popular, but he meets his girl that he likes, and he accidentally sends her an email with some incriminating message.
I sent this bitch a picture of my dick.
Pretty much he sends her Rihanna lyrics. That's the entire point of the movie. So the entire plot point is that he's trying to get that email back so that she never sees it. That's what happens on the real world scale. Within his phone, you have the world of emojis, where every different emoji lives by their expression. So if you're a piece of shit, literally you act like the shit.
The Emoji movie's dog hack.
Oh yeah, very much. Including all the depression and fucking feelings of actually, fuck, no, stop. So we're introduced to this emoji that is supposed to be the place. Like, he's supposed to always look like he's bored and not interested in anything, but he has a lot of emotion, so they figure him to be a dysfunction within the world. So he's an outcast, like the main character. Oh cool, they have something in common, what a coincidence. From there, he has to go out on a mission to prove that he is not a dysfunction, so he doesn't get deleted from the world. And while doing that, he's also trying to retrieve the email that the kid sent because, you know, whatever, he knows about the kid. So let's start with the cliches within the movie that are completely unnecessary, and the movie is just filled with them. It's a kids movie, you know, you want to fill it with things like that so that kids don't get bored, but there's just so many references that go over kids' heads. One of the best looking scenes in the movie, and this is a pretty movie by the way, it actually is very, very well animated, very well directed. The mother and the father of the main emoji character talk about the first time that they really fell in love, and it shows it on screen, and it's these gorgeous amount of colors. It's them in France right at I think the Champs-Élysées. So you get all these gorgeous pinks and blues, and it's so dynamic, it's filled with whites, and then you're like, wow, this is a really, really enticing moment. And they lead it up to, we'll always have France. And that's it. That entire scene, all this buildup of them showing all this detail for them to make a very, very dated reference that no kid watching this movie will understand.
Do you understand?
But one of the worst things is just the fact that every so often you realize that you are watching a movie about emojis, and any immersion that you had within the film completely takes you out. Because you're just thinking, wow, I just sent that message to my cousin yesterday about something stupid. Why did they make a whole movie about this? Then the other thing, even the real life plot point is even dumber, because you're like, wow, they're going through this entire mission in real life too, to take away an email containing Rihanna lyrics. So one of the worst parts about the film is the music. This movie came out in 2017, so almost all the music within the movie is top 40 songs from 2017. So you got yourself your Katy Perry, you got yourself whatever other artists, your Taylor Swifts, and it just makes the movie feel dated. I saw this movie about 2 weeks ago, so let's say February 2018, and it already felt way older than it already was. So another thing that really ruins the immersion of the movie is the fact that the main character is only shown in small, like, vignettes. Viagra. He's only shown in small little clips, so you never really feel for his problems, even though they're not that big, but he should be the main focus of the movie, even though it's the Emoji movie, but his motivation should be their motivation since they live on his phone. It kind of like breaks you out of that, the same way that you realize that you're watching a movie about someone's phone and sucks. So there's this really crazy scene that I feel should completely be mentioned because no one has ever talked about this, and I've checked out other reviews of this movie. So they go to a part where they have to compete in a Just Dance competition, him and his love interest, another emoji, which is just so ridiculous to even say out loud. So during this, I guess the security system within the phone goes to attack them and they destroy the entire Just Dance like app, which they murder a character in that part, the Just Dance chick who's telling them the moves to do. They kill her in cold blood, and this is never mentioned in any other part in the movie, and she was on screen for a good like 5 minutes where she's just telling them, hey, do this, you're doing great. Hey, what's that? What's happening? And she dies. They kill her. So what is this movie actually about if you actually try to look below the surface of the superficial that you have within it? It's a film about the glorification of our phones. We have this focus that we need to be stuck to our technology. Instead of actually talking about our focus on our technology, we glorify the small aspects about it. That's why they focus so much on the emojis instead of the actual main character within his reality. And it's not something I could really get behind. So then, without even the surface level stuff, we're slowly brought back into the main theme of, I don't fit in. And there's so many movies that do this better. I never want to give you guys a review or my opinion on something if I can't recommend you something better. If you want something about this, not just the superficial, but just things that you wouldn't really pay attention to now as an adult that are of value and about a journey and the respect and the appreciation of those things, go watch Toy Story. If you want to watch a movie about an outcast going through a journey to try to get acceptance from everyone, or at least acceptance for himself, and I know this is going to be the meme, literally, go watch Shrek. In my final points, I guess, about this film, the last things I could say is it's not a bad movie in any sense of the way. It's not. Is it a good movie? No, it's not. It's very average. If I had to rank it, I would say a 2.5, maybe to a 3 if you want to be generous, out of 5. Just solely for the fact that there's so many things that other movies do better, that are so much more enticing, that keep you into the movie, that this movie fails upon. But it doesn't do anything bad like some of the really, really bad kids movies I've seen. The only time you should ever watch this movie if you're over the age of 12 is if you have someone with a 9-year-old and you want to put something on in the background. The Emoji movie will do that. It's very bright, colorful, with a lot of music and a lot of emotions, so that'll encapsulate them. So long story short, do I recommend it to you? No. Should a little kid around you watch it? Fuck it, why not? So do you guys think I was right? Did you guys think that, Emoji movie was a piece of crap? Are there any movies from when you were younger that aged horribly and that you still want me to see for whatever reason because I'm a masochist? Leave it in the comments below, and remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitch, and our Twitter page. And thanks again, guys. This was Wilkye Castro, and this is Talking Shots.